Hi, this is Dee at Aloha Astro. Let's take a look at the forecast for the moon transiting Leo to Virgo, Thursday, October 16th. Presents an extraordinary day of empowerment and blessings to help you manifest desires or overcome challenges, as the moon, shifting from a courageous and creative fire sign to a pragmatic problem-solving earth sign, in the early evening forms a Yod aspect pattern with Neptune retrograde in Aries conjunct Saturn retrograde in Pisces and Pluto in Aquarius, as well as a sextile aspect with the Sun in Libra and a square aspect with Uranus in Gemini. You are not afraid to approach people today with overtures, nor will it bother you to be different in a way, appearances, beliefs, perspective that might shock or surprise others. In yesterday's forecast, I mentioned the importance of accepting your divinity. And today, that Yod, also known as the finger of God, is calling on you to embody that divinity and act accordingly. Two grand trine aspect patterns are occurring to divinely inspire you to be more and to willingly demonstrate or share your creativity, power, wisdom, spirituality, strength, courage, and uniqueness. One in the water element, involving Mercury conjunct Mars in Scorpio, Jupiter in Cancer, and Saturn in Pisces conjunct Neptune in Aries, and the other in the air element, Venus in Libra, Uranus in Gemini, and Pluto in Aquarius. Move in the direction of your thoughts and dreams, and opportunity and assistance will rise up to meet you. So those two grand trines are kind of forming a wonky Star of David. Just a little bit skewed there. We don't have sextiles going around to create a grand sextile, which is rather rare. Does not happen that often. When we get a Star of David, if the math lines up correctly, then we get sextiles joining all the sides in between all of those trines. Here we can see two sextiles forming a kite out of the grand trine in air that tops off with Saturn and Neptune. But Saturn and Neptune are also involved in the other grand trine with Jupiter, Mercury, and Mars. So a lot of the energy is directed toward showing up and being that divine being, stepping into that power. And with that energy, with the knowingness that you have that within you, you can do so many amazing things today. And because the moon is setting up the Yod with Pluto, planet of power and transformation, and Neptune, beauty, healing, and inspiration, Saturn, mastery, endurance, reality, this is all on you to emotionally be in alignment with that divinity and that power, and know that you are meant to be creating something or solving a problem, whatever it is that is most important to you today, whether it's manifesting something or working on a relationship or facing a challenging situation. There is no reason at all whatsoever why you cannot accomplish something that you really want to accomplish today. Yes, we've got some square aspects. Yes, we've got a grand cross right now, but that actually is motivation, or the pressure being brought to bear, where you say enough, like, that's it. I have to do this. I have to be more, become more. I have to follow my desires. I have to better myself, so that you have more to give and that you also enjoy a better quality of life by becoming more. And then Venus has its own opposition here with Saturn and Neptune. And the lesson in that was mentioned in yesterday's forecast, that the importance of not sacrificing yourself entirely to make others happy or to please them, and thereby denying yourself your own desires or pleasure. And that is reinforced again today. It's one of those days where there's so much, but there's actually very little to say, because why would you not take every opportunity? Why would you not want to utilize harmony between the moon and the sun, a yod, two grand trines in two elements? Everything right now is up there in the air in terms of communication, thinking, planning, projecting that plan out into the future, ordaining things through your words, following through with actions on those thoughts. With Mercury and Mars in Scorpio, you're not just going to say something now, you're going to say it and you're going to do it, because you want to see the truth of something, the reality of it. You want to see it manifest as quickly as possible. So this isn't just time for idle words, it's also time for follow through. And if you require assistance on the material level, now's the time to go and look for it. Jupiter can be opening doors of opportunity, but it also requires that you go out and seek that. Maybe you'll get lucky and some things will just come your way. But ultimately, when we have very favorable aspects through trines and sextiles, they represent the ease and the flow. They don't put the same pressure on us that the squares and the oppositions do. But once you get things going, they work with you to open up those doors and guide you toward whatever is highest and best for you as you move ahead. Once you get the momentum going, then everything else falls into place. So that's it for today, and have a fantastic day. I do intend that you manifest something that you really desire, or you accomplish something that you've been working on very hard. Take care, stay safe. I'll be back again tomorrow.